Brandon was eating 1800 to 2400 where he added Tren. I think it was around 6 weeks out. And I'm like, but if you're only eating 1800 calories, where is the
So you see a lot of people who cut too aggressively, like Brandon Harding, for example. You think even though you're on Tren and this and that, like it's still very, very possible to lose lean mass during that, last stretch.
Absolutely. Because to build muscle, you need amino acids, you need energy, and you need water. So Brandon was eating 1800 to 2400 where he added Tren. I think it was around 6 weeks out. And I'm like, but if you're only eating 1800 calories, where is the muscle being built? Because he's getting up and doing empty stomach cardio 4:30 in the morning because he couldn't sleep, at least in one day. No, not eating, do the empty stomach cardio, not eating and train, but you're not eating much. Like, so where is the muscle coming from? Like, how are you building muscle eating that few amount of calories? Plus your energy level, it's going down. So I don't know if you've ever trained on a cycle and been like enhanced and really be cutting and just struggling in the gym. But I've gone to the gym where I'm like, I say I could bench 300. I put 300 pounds on for like, say I'm going to do a set of 15. And I'm like, I can't even look at this weight right now. Like I can't do it. Like I'm just like this. I've had people drive me to the gym because I didn't have the energy. I didn't trust my ability to drive to the gym and I have to go and work out. Like, think of it. I'm literally like, I don't trust that I won't get in an accident because I can't do a proper shoulder check and I'm going to the gym to train. I've trained like that on test, Tren, all these drugs, and I feel like garbage. And I've been stronger natural than completely enhanced every drug in the world. I look great, but I feel like shit. I'm just going through the motions in the gym. I'm not putting on a muscle. I'm just losing muscle at this point. So have you felt like that? Have you ever cut that much where you're like, I can't train. I didn't eat enough.
I've cut to the point where I've been like very, very lethargic and fatigued where I'm just like barely functioning, but I've never been to the point where it's like even movements like shoulder checking that I don't trust myself to do. Yeah.
Oh man, it is a nightmare. Get my girlfriend to get me out of the bathtub. Like I literally will almost want to pee my pants because to go to the bathroom is that difficult. Like when you're at 5% and under, the worst experience I ever had was I did a Toronto Pro and a Vancouver Pro, and I was about 4.5% body fat, and I had to maintain that for 5 weeks. And I was on every drug you could think of. And I'm like, all I feel is like shit. I can't sleep. I don't want to train. I look amazing. And I'm just waiting for 5 weeks. That was the worst 5 weeks of my life. I look great. People are like, I wish I looked like that. It's like, no, you don't. You do not wish it. It's like a night, like literally that would be what I'd wish on my worst enemy. I want you to look like I did, 4.5% body fat, but live your life like that. You think that's suffering? Oh my goodness, so bad. So like when I make a lot of videos, I'm like, look, get halfway to your dream physique, because trust me, if you want to look like Chris Bumstead at the Olympia, you're not going to feel good. You're not going to want that. You look great.
I wonder how many calories per day somebody like Tristan Lee eats who maintains that kind of like body composition.
I did a video on him and it was 2,400 or more. It was at least that much. And he's interesting because he's like a keto dieter. Like he's not even eating carbs, like hardly ever. So, and he has energy all the time. And I keep like thinking of him as an example. Like, how are you walking around at I think it was 4.7% body fat, training and feeling good, energy. Meanwhile, if I get to that point, I can't even speak. Like, it's just like, it's a nightmare.
I'm sure keto would not allow the majority of people to do that. I'm sure it's like he's a genetic outlier. Obviously, everyone knows that. But I've been curious, like honestly, for entrepreneurial things of going keto simply because the lack of blood sugar fluctuation keeps you like very mentally sharp and functioning off of ketones. Like your brain kind of shifts into like where when you're hungry, you're not like you don't get like brain fog the same way as when you're like low blood sugar on like you're adapted to carbs kind of thing. Have you ever considered doing keto for like just brain stuff, not like